hacks to help your child become a brilliant reader. Welcome to Awakened Child, Awakened Parent. Today's video is focusing on helping your child learn to read and become a brilliant reader. Here are 8 ways you can help your child learn to read. Why is being a confident and competent reader important? During my 10 years of teaching, it was quite evident that those children who were able to read well excelled in many other subject areas, mainly because being a confident reader then enables them to access instructions and understand a variety of information. Children who can read well are more likely to stay focused on the tasks they are required to do because they are not disengaged from their learning. If your child is just learning to read or struggling to learn to read, do not worry. Here you will find 8 hacks for assisting your child's reading. Hack number 1, and this is the most important point: little and often. Spending 5 minutes every day teaching your child to read is much more effective than half an hour once a week. If possible, try and establish a routine which allows time for your child to do a bit of reading. My children usually read as part of their bedtime routine. They do their reading books and then I read them a different book or a chapter from a longer book. Number 2. Ensure your child is confident with their alphabet sounds prior to expecting them to read. English is one of the most complicated languages in the world to learn, so ensure you are teaching them the alphabet in terms of its phonetic sound, such as B, not pronounced as a B when learning to read. K is not pronounced as a C. Once your child is confident with identifying the alphabet, they are ready to try some sounding out of the letters in words and blending. Blending means putting the letters and sounds together to create the word. Hack number 3, patience and positive praise. Learning to read is a tricky process, so try your best to be patient. It can be frustrating for both the child and the parent at times. For each word, the child has to first segment, which means break down the word to decode the letters, and then blend the letters, once identified, together to create the word. This is obviously a complex process, which once you can read, you can do on autopilot. As your child becomes more proficient with reading, their word recognition will increase, and therefore they will become more fluent. I always make sure that I don't praise my child only for correct sounding out and blending. I also praise them if they are making an effort but get it wrong. This is growth mindset praise, which is very important in terms of building your child's confidence and encourages your child not to be afraid of failing. If you would like me to create a video on fixed and growth mindset, please comment below. The confusion with identifying B and D is very tricky. Here is hack number 4 to ensure your child knows the difference between B and D. Get a mirror and show your child that when they look in the mirror and make a B sound, their mouth makes a line, like in the B, there is a line first. When you make a D sound in the mirror, your mouth naturally makes a curved shape, and the letter D starts with a curved shape. After a couple of weeks of reinforcing this hack, your child will easily be able to tell the difference between B and D. Hack number 5 is improve fluency by rereading. The best way to ensure your child becomes a fluent reader is to reread the book or words your child has just read, i.e. just decoded and blended. For example, with a short first stage reading book, my child may take 2 nights, 5 minutes per night, to read the whole book. On the 3rd night, when the book is finished, he would then reread the whole book. This consolidation really helps with word recognition along with building their confidence. Hack number 6 is for when your child is reading a bit more fluently, buddy reading. What is buddy reading? Reading the book alongside your child. For example, your child reads a page and then you read a page. Buddy reading can also be both of you reading together, with you letting your child take a slight lead. You read maybe a millisecond behind your child. If your child starts to struggle, you then take the lead and then gradually let your child start to lead again. Buddy reading takes the pressure off them and gives the child a bit of a breather. When reading, you are looking for 90 to 95% accuracy of the words. They should know and be able to say 90 to 95% of the words without struggling. Anything less than that and they lose the flow of the story, and it will be such hard work for them that they will not enjoy the story. They won't understand the story because they will be so focused on the words that they will forget the plot and thus become disillusioned and not want to read. Hack number 7, comprehension of the text. It is very important that your child understands what they have been reading. In order to ascertain their understanding, ask them a few questions about the story or information as you are reading it. Also encourage them to tell you if there is a word in the text which they do not understand, thus extending their understanding and vocabulary. If possible, ask a mixture of closed questions, which are basic yes or no answers, along with literal questions, which require longer answers. Literal is where the answer is directly in the text. As your child becomes more confident with their reading, start asking them inferential questions. Inferential questions are ones where the text does not tell you the answer, but you can work out the answer from hints and clues in the text, such as, how do you think the character is feeling? And finally, hack number 8. Another fundamental life hack is follow joy. If people follow their joy and their intuition, they will become so much more successful at something in comparison to doing an activity which they lack motivation in. So where possible, allow your child to read books which interest them. Some children prefer fiction, whereas others devour non-fictional information books. My eldest, who is 6 years old, now loves reading so much that he reads in bed to himself before he goes to sleep, and the books he is reading are books which 9-year-olds usually read. So once your child is doing well with their reading, actively encourage them to keep reading every day. Thank you for listening. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button so you will be notified when I have released another video. If you would like some handout notes from this session so that you can refer back to what has been said, please send me an email to awakenedchildawakenedparent@gmail.com. The link is below. Please support this channel via Patreon so I can make more content to help people. The link is below. Please comment below and let me know which other topics you would like me to use my 10-year teaching expertise to create videos about. Many thanks. Namaste.